Hello there, very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on TV1 for the news first where the people come first. I'm Martin Satyanesan. Let's start off with a look at your headlines for this afternoon. Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalam, the MP, arrested in Kolpitiya. 2 individuals identified with monkeypox in Sri Lanka. Court order issued to the convener of the Inter-University Students' Federation and several others preventing entry to several places in Colombo. Views to be obtained from the representatives of electronic media on the proposed Broadcasting Authority Bill. 1,500 doctor vacancies island-wide lead to service interruptions in many hospitals. A major dam in Russian-held Ukraine blown up. In your lead story this afternoon, the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court has issued a restraining order prohibiting a group including the convener of the Inter-University Student Federation from entering several locations in Colombo from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. The order was issued after taking into consideration facts presented by the officers in charge of the Colombo Fort, Kolpiti and Company Vidya police stations. The group is prohibited from entering the Temple Trees, Prime Minister's office, President's private residence, President's office and Golface Green. The court order also prohibits the group from entering the area between the Golface Green roundabout till the NSA roundabout. The court order was issued on several people, including the convener of the Inter-University Bhikkhus Federation, Venerable Ratkarave Janaratnathero, Gallava Siridhammathero, Udenigama Gunaratnathero and Lahiru Veerasekara. The Inter-University Students' Federation has made plans to launch a protest opposite the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura at 1 p.m. today. Moving along, the theme for this year's World Food Safety Day is Food Standards Save Lives.
World Food Safety Day will draw attention and mobilize action to prevent, detect and manage foodborne risks and improve human health. Food safety should be a shared responsibility between governments, producers and consumers to ensure that the food we consume is safe. Every individual must act as an equally invested stakeholder in upholding the safety of food. This could reduce foodborne diseases that damage our health globally. Food safety has become a global challenge. Against the backdrop of Sri Lanka's economic crisis, the country's food safety was a topic discussed among many. Several opinions are being raised over the production of food. However, if attention is drawn only towards food production, Sri Lanka could face another crisis of food safety in the near future. On the occasion of Food Safety Day, we should pay more attention to the fate of the people consuming food unfit for consumption. Experts point out that there are many problems related to food safety in Sri Lanka. They highlight that this is a serious threat to the health of the people.
In your headline-making story, MP Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalam has been arrested. The MP was arrested at his residence in Kolpiti.
MP Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalam was arrested at his residence in Kolpiti by a special police team which arrived from Kilinochchi. The MP had informed the Speaker about the incident over the phone before he was taken into custody.
There is no harm in giving the statement, sir, but I was told by the police that they wanted me to come only tomorrow. Arrest order එකක් නැතුව මාව ගෙනියන්න බෑ කියලා ස්පීකර් කියනවා.
නෑ ඇස් කරලා තියෙන්නේ සර් එන්න වෙනවා.
නෑ මට arrest order එක දෙන්නන්න.
ඕඩර් එකක් ඕනේ නැහැ සර් මේ
නෑ මට ඕනේ නෑ. මට දැනගන්න ඕනේ. ඇයි මාව ගෙනියන්නේ?
මේ රජයේ නිලධාරියෙකුට සාපරාධි බලහත්කාරයක් යනවා.
මම දැන් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ වරප්‍රසාද ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති කරන්නයි කියලා තියෙන්නේ. මට කතානායක
ඒ අවසරය දීලා තියෙන්නේ සර්.
මට කතානායක කියලා තියෙනවා.
The Speaker has informed that I must be taken to Parliament. You can't stop me from going to Parliament. I have to raise an issue of parliamentary privilege later this morning. The Speaker said you have to take me to the Parliament. You can record statements after I address the Parliament. If you in such a hurry, why did you issue an order for me to produce myself to the Madurankheni police on the 8th of June to record a statement? When I spoke to the OIC, he said he is okay with recording a statement after I finish the parliamentary sessions. However, today you are informing that the statement should be made now. You are trying to sabotage the parliamentary privilege discussion due today. This is illegal.
ඇවිල්ලා මර්දංගඩි පොලිසියට ස්ටේට්මන්ට් එකක් රෙකෝඩ් කරනවා. මම OIC එක්ක පෙරේදා කතා කරනකොට OIC මර්දංගඩ යා කිව්වා පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ඔක්කොම ඉවර කරලා එන එක යාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. දැන් අද ඊයේ රෑ 8:00ට එහෙම දීලා අද දැන් ඔයා 6:00ට මෙහෙ එනවා මම ස්ටේට්මන්ට් එක අදම කරන්න ඕනේ. මේ මගේ වරප්‍රසාද ප්‍රශ්නය පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ඇති කරන්න ඕකට කොහොම හරි කඩා කප්පල් කරන්නයි මේක කරන්නේ. මේක නීති විරෝධී සම්පූර්ණයෙන්.
දැන් මේක උසාවියට නියන්නේ සහෘද නීතිඥ මහත්තයෙක් නිසා දන්නවනේ. ඉතින් උසාවියේදී අපි මොන හරි වරදක් කළා දෙන්න නම් අධිකරණය ඒක තීරණය කරයි.
කොයිද මට මේ කකුලයිද
මේ
The MP was later taken to the Kalpiti police station. Police spokesman attorney SSP Nihal Thalduwa says the MP was arrested regarding an incident which took place during a meeting in Marutankani involving police officers. An overseas travel ban was imposed on MP Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalan yesterday after police tabled facts regarding the incident to the Kilinochchi Magistrates Court. Meanwhile, attention in Sri Lankan Parliament. Attention in the Sri Lankan Parliament on Wednesday focused on the arrest of MP Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalan. During the session, the Speaker informed that the MP was arrested after he There are differences between us and him in politics, however. What we would like to inform you is that according to the Parliament Act, he can take part in parliamentary sessions based on the provisions of this Act. Based on Section 5 of the Parliament Act, he has the right. I'm not talking about the incident that led to this, however. As MP, he has the right to speak about parliamentary privileges. Also, he has informed that he will provide the statement at the relevant police station after concluding the parliamentary session. I would like you to focus on the incident occurred on the 3rd Tuesday of March 2015, and then Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa made a decision on matters that needs to be taken into consideration when arresting an MP. He cannot be arrested when he is supposed to be attending a session in the House.
අවධානය යොමු කරන්නට කැමති 2015 මාර්තු 3 වෙනි අඟහරුවාදා එවකට කතානායකතුමා චමල් රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා විශේෂයෙන්ම පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රීවරයෙකු අත්අඩංගුවට ගැනීමේදී අනුගමනය කළ යුතු ක්‍රියාපිළිවෙත පිළිබඳව බොහොම පැහැදිලි තීන්දුවක් තියෙනවා. මේ සභාගර්භයට පැමිණෙන්නට සිටින මොහොතක එතුමාව අරස්ට් කරන්න බෑ. පොඩ්ඩබල්ල මැතිතුමා මටත් කතා කරුවා.
Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalan spoke to me as well. I informed to speak to you, attend the parliamentary session and then provide a statement at the relevant police station. I would like to remind you that MP Ponnambalan does not have any police officers with him. He goes alone with his driver everywhere. He is a very peaceful person. Some of the MPs have up to 10 police officers. Despite MP Ponnambalan being in Jaffna, he travels with his driver. You know an MP cannot be arrested when entering and leaving the parliament.
පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට පැමිණෙන්න තියෙන අයිතිය බාධා කරන්න කොයි හිතාකවත් කාටවත් පුළුවන් කමක් නැහැ. උදේ මට කතා කළා පොන්නම්බලම්.
No one has the right to stop an MP from attending a parliamentary session. However, both police, MP Ponnambalan spoke to me, so did the DIG of police. What they told was that they will produce him at the Kilinochchi Magistrates Court and allow him to attend the session again. That was their plan. We don't have the option of preventing the police from performing their duties. What is reported is that they must produce him to the courts after arresting.
මේගොල්ලන්ගේ වගකීමක් වෙනවා අත්අඩංගුවට ගත්තට පස්සේ. ඒක ඒ තත්ත්වය තමයි දැනට වාර්තා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
Sri Lanka's permanent representative to the UN ambassador Mohan Peiris emphasized the country's eagerness to enhance partnership with UNDP, UNFPA and UNOPS. He made the statement at the annual session of the Executive Board of the UNDP, UNFPA and UNOPS.
UNDP has been a development partner in Sri Lanka since 1967, including throughout the conflict period which ended in 2009. We are thankful to the United Nations Country Programme that have been a close partner in the immediate short-term and long-term relief efforts of the government of Sri Lanka during the economic crisis during the past year and the attendant social crisis, including challenges to food security that we faced. The UNDP in particular launched joint humanitarian needs and priorities to alleviate the immediate needs of the crisis. This targeted assistance to school children, pregnant and lactating mothers, farming and fishing households strongly supported the government's efforts in ensuring that the impact of the crisis did not have a disproportionate impact on these vulnerable communities. So we like to see, of course, we like to see greater support in the revenue protection areas in the times to come. During this year, complementing these efforts, the UNDP established private sector, individual and donor facility on the 25th of June 23 to raise funds and mobilize resources towards the procuring medical supplies and strengthening food security in Sri Lanka in the context of socio-economic crisis. The Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization in Sri Lanka partnered with UNDP under this facility to address the healthcare crisis, while the Food and Agriculture Organization and the Ministry of Agriculture partnered with regard to food security. Sri Lanka is ready to do more in partnership with the UNDP, more particularly with Sri Lanka assuming the chair of the South-South Cooperation.
A major dam in Russian-held Ukraine has collapsed, leading to the evacuation of a large number of people downstream. The Kakhovka Dam plays a crucial role in the region by providing water to farmers, residents, and the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant.
President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of causing the dam's destruction, which he believes could result in flooding for approximately 80 towns and villages. The surge of water along the Dnipro River poses a significant risk of catastrophic flooding for the city of Kherson. Foreign media reports that Russia denies responsibility, claiming that Ukrainian shelling caused the dam's collapse. The Kakhovka Dam, located downstream from the extensive Kakhovka Reservoir, plays a crucial role in the region by providing water to farmers, residents, and Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. It also serves as a vital water channel to Russian-occupied Crimea. Ukhrhydroenergo, the state-owned administrator of Ukraine's hydropower plants, has issued a warning that a peak water swell is expected downstream from the draining reservoir on Wednesday morning. This will be followed by a stabilization period where the water is anticipated to recede rapidly within 4 to 5 days. Concerns have arisen regarding the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which relies on the reservoir water for cooling. However, the International Atomic Energy Agency has assured that the situation at the plant is under control and there is currently no immediate risk to nuclear safety.
In more international news, high-risk air quality warnings have been issued for millions of people across North America due to ongoing wildfires in Canada. Moving along with more local news, the prices of iron in the market has reduced by about 50%. Member of the Iron Importers Association, Osandayapa Abewardana, says this is a result of the rupee appreciating against the US dollar.
සාමාන්‍යයෙන් යකඩ ටොන් එකක් 5,80,000කට පමණ මේ ගියා. නමුත් දැනට ඩොලරේ ඇති වී ගෙන ස්ථාවරත්වය.
A ton of iron was usually sold at about 580,000, but due to the rate of the dollar, we have been able to sell a ton at between 325,000 and 350,000. I believe we can reduce this further in the future. There are two types of iron. One is the imported iron and the other is wrought iron. When the price of iron made using wrought iron has decreased by about 40%, the price of imported iron has decreased by 40 to 50%. Overall, the price of iron has decreased by about 50%.
ආදායනික බොඩාද යකඩ වලින් 140ක් හෝ 50ක් අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා. මොකද සමස්තයක් විදිහට 150කින් විතර යකඩ මිල අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා.
Further, he said that the production of substandard iron by people had become a serious problem when the prices of iron had hiked in the past.
Meanwhile, parliamentarian Vasantayapa Bandara, speaking in Satana program telecast in our sister channel Sirasa TV, stated the inflation has not reduced to the extent the government reports. Moving along with more local news, the Department of Meteorology says that heavy rains about 100 millimeters may occur in Sabaragamuwa province and in the Gaul, Mathura and Kaluthura district today. The department added that rains may be experienced in the western, central and northwestern provinces. The Met Department says that the Uva province and the Ampara and Batticaloa districts may experience showers in some areas in the evening. Wind speeds may increase to 40 to 45 kilometers per hour in the north and north central provinces and in the Hambantota, Putlam and Trincomalee districts as well. Due to the overflowing of the Kudaganga with the current weather, several lowlands around Galyakala on the Bulatsinhala road in Warakaguda are inundated. News First correspondent says that due to this, roads in the surrounding areas have also been obstructed. Meanwhile, Director of the Hydrology and Waste Management Unit of the Irrigation Department, SPC Sugishwara, says that there is a minor level of flood in the lowlands of the Kalugala Basin. Meanwhile, the Met Department advises multi-day fishing trawlers not to engage in fishing activities in the sea due to the forming of a cyclone in the Central Arabian Sea. In more local news, the LOLC Divi Savya program to empower Sri Lanka's students' population took place centering the Badula district today.
The Divi Savya program delivers school books and stationery items to Sri Lankan students across the country. This worthy initiative is carried out by the LOLC group and is supported by the Ministry of Education. This morning, school equipment was given to the students of Dambana Gurukumbura Primary School in the Mahayangan Education Zone of the Badula district. Meanwhile, books and school supplies were distributed to students of 19 schools belonging to the Badulla Vialua Regional Education Office this morning under Divi Savya. Another team of LOLC Divi Savya are set to distribute books and school supplies to more school children in Badulla district late today. Divi Savya is being carried out to ensure a bright future for the children of Sri Lanka.
In your sports news, the third and the final ODI between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan got underway at the Mahinda Rajapaksa Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. After winning the toss, decided to bat first on the series decider. Rashid Khan made a return to the Afghan side after missing on the first two games. The expectation of the visitors to secure their first ODI series victory over Sri Lanka did not go right, as they were bundled out for 116 runs in 22.2 overs. For Afghanistan, Mohammad Nabi top scored with 23 runs. For Sri Lanka, Dushmantha Shamira took 4 for 63, while Wanidu Hasaranga grabbed 2 for 7. From there, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. You take care and stay safe.